Here, a short overview.
India is like land of cultures, diversities and heritage. Like it's not like you cannot compare with a single country. Like you have different culture people. I said like we have different religions: Hinduism, Christian, Muslim, and lot of like different religions, and everyone living together. This is what it makes a difference. People live peacefully, I would say. And then like the food, you cannot forget. Like I know, like if you speak about India, we need to speak about the food. The food in India is the best. Like the spices we have, and then the delicious food we have. And then normally also, I come from South India, so if you're speaking about food, we say it's spicy. Spicy in the sense not only with different spices, but it's also hot. Yeah, like a lot of chili.
Yeah.
When someone is flying to India, I would definitely recommend to go to Agra because of the Taj Mahal. Because it's one of the wonders of the world, you know this. Yeah, but I would give a secret tip here. Like when you go visit Taj Mahal.
Welcome to the podcast Global Communicator. Don't believe tourists, we ask the locals. Global Communicator, the podcast.
Neil, nice to meet you. What a pleasure.
Nice to meet you too.
Let's have a sit here.
Sure, I'm excited for today.
Yeah, me too. Once again here in Munich, because you're the indische buyer, right?
Yes, I have a YouTube channel called Indische Buyer, and then I make some of my experiences in Germany and around.
Awesome. So we both have a YouTube channel, and today we are here to speak about your home country, right? Which is?
India.
India. Actually, with China, the most populated country in the world, right?
Yeah, I think like we already bet China. Like I think we crossed China, and then India should be the first.
The biggest country in the world. Crazy. So, and we are speaking about 1.4 billion.
Yeah, right? 1.43 something around.
Amazing. Incredible number for Austrian like me.
Yeah, Austria is like small country.
Yeah, very small, 9 million people, and now we speak about nearly 1.5 billion. Yes. That's crazy for me, but that's also why we have to spread the country a bit in regions in our podcast, because it's so huge and every region is probably different, right?
Yes, of course. Like because like I come from south part of India, and then like I haven't been to everywhere in India, so that's why it's also like every city is like a country, like every state is like a country. So that's why I think like India needs like you need to spend like 3-4 months if you want to reach the whole India kind of.
Yeah, I thought so. That's exactly what I thought. So good that you tell me that I'm right.
Yes, of course you're right.
Yeah, but you already told us a bit about yourself, but go a bit in the details. You live now in Germany, right?
Yes, I've been in Germany now 10 years. Like I came in 2013 for my master's. I did my master's in Chemnitz, it's in the East Germany, near to Leipzig, Dresden. And then I was in Straubing for 4.5 years. I was working there and doing my second master in Regensburg, an MBA. And now I'm in Munich from last year. And I would say it's nice here. Like I enjoyed all the cities.
And it's probably a slower life than in India, right?
Yes, of course, smaller cities and then less people, I would say. Like people normally complain Munich has a lot of people, but if I compare with India, then I can say like, okay, it's like not so much people.
To be honest, that's no fair comparison.
Yes, so that's why.
But yeah, let's go more into the details. Can you give us some general information about India? So we already spoke about the big size of India, but what's also very special in India?
If you speak about India, India is like land of cultures, diversities and heritage. Like it's not like you cannot compare with a single country. Like you have different culture people. I said like we have different religions: Hinduism, Christian, Muslim, and lot of like different religions, and everyone living together. This is what it makes a difference. Like I can see a church beside my church, and a temple behind, and a mosque in front. So that's why it is like where people live peacefully, I would say. And then like the food, you cannot forget, like I know, like if you speak about India, we need to speak about the food. The food in India is the best, like the spices we have, and then the delicious food we have. And then normally also, I come from South India, so if you're speaking about food, we say it's spicy. Spicy in the sense, not only with different spices, but it's also hot. Yeah, like a lot of chili.
Yeah.
It burns twice.
Yeah, for sure. I love Indian food, for sure. I'm a big fan about it, but if they ask me spicy, in any other restaurant I would say yes. In Indian restaurants I always say no.
Yeah, maybe like if you say it in Germany or in Europe, like if you say spicy, if you cannot still compare this with in India.
Okay.
Like because they make it European spice. So that's why, like it depends. Like maybe there are some restaurants like which are really good, but I cannot compare. Like if you go native in India, then you'll experience a different experience.
So what would be your favorite dish?
Yeah, my favorite dish is chicken biryani. This is one of the most famous from South India, and Hyderabad is the place where it comes from. And this is like rice with spices and chicken cooked together for hours, and this is the best. If you ask anyone from in India, at least mostly from South India, they say this.
Chicken biryani.
Chicken biryani is the most famous one.
Yeah, you also can get it here. Yeah.
Yes, you can get this, and then like the other one is like we have a lot of breakfast. Like we cook like pancakes with lentils, the green lentils, white lentils. This is something which you normally don't find in Germany. Like there are like few restaurants. I know like one of the restaurants here in Munich, Sarvana Bhavan, they make some South Indian breakfast. So this is one which I can also recommend to go. And we have a lot with lentils. So this is something which I love and miss sometimes here in Germany.
Okay, but you really rock already, and I'm love to speak about food. People which are fans of our podcast, they know that already, that I always ask about famous dishes. But let's go step by step. Can you tell us, when we go to India, are there some must-see cities, like places where you have to go because it's so huge?
Yes, of course. Like there are a lot of places, but I would say like when someone is flying to India, I would definitely recommend to go to Agra because of the Taj Mahal. Like because like it's one of the wonders of the world, you know this, yeah. But I would give a secret tip here. Like when you go visit Taj Mahal, go early in the morning, like 5 in the morning, so that like you can see the sunrise. And then in front of Taj Mahal there is a water pool. And then like if you go stand there, you can see the reflection of Taj Mahal in water, and then it's like beautiful.
So you definitely have been there already,
yeah,
right?
I've been there. So that's why I would recommend definitely to go there.
Yeah, you hear that because you describe it as
it's beautiful. Yeah, of course. Yeah, and then also like I would recommend to go in the South India. Like in Goa is also one of the famous places like where people go for relaxing on the beach and then water sport and all. And then we have Hyderabad and Bangalore are one of the biggest cities in South India.
Hyderabad also famous.
Yeah, because like they have IT hubs there. Like this is also one of the facts. Like Microsoft is over there for 2 decades now, and then like wherever you go, like South Indian people, either they work in Hyderabad or Bangalore, all the IT people, I mean. So and not only because of the working IT skills, but it's also like Hyderabad is famous for like the world's, not world's, maybe one of the biggest in world, but one of the biggest South Indian film studios is in Hyderabad.
Which is not Bollywood, or?
No, it's not Bollywood.
Yeah, because people always connect India with Bollywood, but there is much more.
Yes, of course, you're right. Like, yeah, because Bollywood is something which people know. It's very nice. Like the movies which are made in Hindi, I like Bollywood too. But we have also Tollywood, Collywood, and different kinds of film industries in India. And Tollywood is also one of the biggest film industries in India, which comes from my state, like where I come from, Andhra Pradesh. So, and this is like the film studio is in Hyderabad. This is also a very big one, and the films are also beautiful. Like I would say, like if you know Gladiator, like we have a similar movie called Bahubali, which was made in Telugu. Bahubali. Yeah, there are 2 parts of this, part 1 and part 2.
Yeah, we will add the description at the insert at our video that people know and find it easily.
Yes, you should watch this. And we have another film called RRR, like it got the Oscar award for a song. So recently, this year, so this is also one of like Telugu industry is also one of the biggest industries called Tollywood. So that's why there's not only Bollywood but also Tollywood.
I actually have to admit that I found that out in my preparation. Obviously, Bollywood is fame, and I knew there are different things, but I didn't know that they're so huge.
Yes, of course. They both are like Indian film industries, but I just wanted to show like it's not only Bollywood, but we have different film industries.
Yeah. Now I have something what you probably don't know about India. Like Innsbruck is one of the European cities which is it's in many Bollywood films, and it's actually the most country which is produced in Bollywood films.
I know this.
Oh, you know this?
I know
Okay.
this. Yes. Because like a lot of not only Bollywood, also Tollywood films, they make it in Innsbruck.
Yeah,
So that's
it's a
why.
big industry actually in Austria already. Yeah. Well, I'm surprised that you know that.
Yes, of course. Like we see this in the films, right?
Okay,
So
yeah.
we know where it comes.
Anyway, you should give us the input today, so you're fully find your job totally.
No, it's good. Like, but I know like this one. But thanks for also mentioning this. But there are a lot of places also like in Italy. There are a lot of shootings going on, like Switzerland. Like they mostly also travel to Europe for some shootings, and also Prague. And you can see different places in Indian films.
Okay. Yeah, I actually don't watch a lot of Bollywood films. I saw probably one in my life, but I need to change that. After you gave us also some different Indian movies, I will also watch the other ones.
Yeah, that's
For sure.
Yeah. So I'll share you the link.
Yeah, please do that. But let's get back on track. When we are in India, what would be activities what we can do there?
Yeah, sure. Like as I said, like Agra, I would definitely recommend to go. And then Goa is also one of the most beautiful places. Like if you want to relax at the beaches, and do you want to also have this water sport activities, this is for sure. And then like I have like some places where normally not all tourists go. Like I come from Andhra Pradesh. My city is called Visakhapatnam. And then
What was the name of the city again?
Visakhapatnam.
Visakhapatnam.
Patnam.
Patnam, okay.
Patnam is like the city.
Yeah.
Visakhapatnam. Normally the names.
Are they connected with the city in the end?
Yeah. Not everything, but most of the places. For the smaller city which I come from, it's called Narsi Patnam. So Patnam is like city, I know.
Good to know.
So that's why. And then near to Visakhapatnam, there is like the caves called Bora Caves. It's like 1-2 hours from Visakhapatnam, and then like they're beautiful. Like these are the natural caves. Like it was discovered like when like a farmer, like he has his cows, and he was walking around, and then like he missed one of his cows. And then like when he went back, like he didn't see like he was missing one cow, and then like he went there searching for the cow. And when he went there, like there was a hole, and then the cow fell from there. His friends were saying, no, don't go, it's dangerous there. But this guy, he was having a lot of love to his cow, and then he went down, and then he discovered this cave. Like if you go into this cave, like you see like natural things formed from water drops, like some animals, like some different features, you can see that. And this is a very beautiful place where I would recommend to go. And near to this place, there's a nice waterfall called Katiki waterfall.
When we speak about near in your...
Yeah, it's like from Bora Caves, it's like half an hour.
Okay, that's really
But you
near.
need to go with separate, like the jeep.
I was already afraid in Indian standard that if you say near, it's half a day or something.
No, this is like half an hour from there, from the Bora Caves.
Yeah.
And then but you need to go with jeep. You can't go with your normal car because the roads are not so good. And then you should walk from there like a kilometer.
I see.
And then you come to this waterfalls. There's also like you see water coming from the top, and it's a very nice place.
Yeah, definitely.
And it's like a valley kind of, so you can go around, and then so you can also stay a few
Beautiful
days.
natural place.
So this is one of the places which I would recommend.
And
Like where,
just to add here, cows are holy in India, right?
yeah, like maybe
After the story with the cow which is falling down, it's...
I would say my story, what I know about cow being holy.
Yeah.
Like because like in India, like, there were a lot of farmers before, and everyone was having cows as their like pets. Like how you have dogs and cats, like it was also like the pets, and then people were depending on cows for milk or farming, everything. So that's why it is one of the members of their family, and then that's why like they respect cows.
Cows.
So this is the story which I know. Like they can be like different stories, kind of.
Okay, but we stick with that.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, fine. But I interrupt you. Sorry.
Yeah, no. So that's why, like, I would definitely recommend to go to this place because there are less tourists over here, and then this is like a beautiful place, as I said. Like you can also go for some hiking places and all. So,
Already insider tip. Very
yes,
good.
yes.
That's why we're here today.
Yes, of course. And this is one thing. And you also have like a big, like how do you safaris in Bangalore is also the city. From there, like you have like few hours drives. Then you have also like water rafting, like in the small round boats kind of. But it depends on the weather. Like I would definitely go around August time. So because there's water, but if April, May is summer, then no water there. So that's why there's also like we have a lot of rafting areas there, and also like Mysore is one of the beautiful places in South India, and there's like a big palace. Mysore Palace is something which is beautiful, and you're not allowed to film inside.
Yeah.
So that's why you can go and watch this.
And it's hard to find actually pictures on Google. I
Yes.
googled it. There's some fixed picture,
Yeah,
but it's...
because like you're not allowed to take pictures and videos inside. So you can. This is also something which I would definitely recommend, like a nice palace. And then there also like this. You can also go on riding elephants. I mean, like a safari on the elephants. So which is also not oft, and you can see like how they are fed.
Okay, but you see them in nature.
Yes, yes, yeah. I mean, you can also go like there are some like the safari with the elephant. You can go for a half an hour ride on the elephant and then on the safari.
Okay.
So this is also something which is there, and yeah, and if you like also to visit temples in South India, there is one temple called Tirumala Tirupati temple. This is also one of the biggest temples in India.
That was also hard to understand for me, but again, we will write it down.
Tirumala Tirupati temple, and this is on the 7 hills, we say, like so. And this is also one of the most visited temples, and people from all over India come here.
Yeah, which is also very famous, actually.
Yes, so,
Seven Hills, yeah.
so these are all some places, but India is huge, and every state you go, like you need to spend like few weeks. So that's why I would recommend, like whenever you go, like choose one of the states and then visit all the places, and
come back another time and visit another state. Okay.
yes, and it's mostly I would recommend to visit some friends. So because India is not mostly on the historical places or like you see some buildings and all kind of, it's about the people. So you meet the people, get to know the culture, live with them, so a few days, and then get to know them, and see. Then you would get to know like what true India is.
We'll get to really experience, right? Yeah.
So that's why I would definitely recommend us to visit your friends if you have someone. Otherwise, you can also do the tourist travel agencies. But if you have some friends in India, I would definitely recommend to visit them.
And are Indians open to welcome people? And
Indians are very welcome. Like they are like, if someone is coming from other countries, like they treat them as like a god. Yeah, like guests are like god. This is something what we say. Like guests we treat as a god.
Okay, which can be sometimes a bit too much for Europeans, probably.
Yeah, it can be, but this is Indian tradition. That's what I meant. It's not only like people coming from different countries, but people coming from India also. Like if our relatives come home, they are treated as like they are kings. So maybe I meant like God, but like kings. King and queen. So that's why this is something like which is more in India. And then if you are visiting India, maybe you can probably go for a marriage in India, like wedding.
Weddings are famous, right? They're over many days.
If you get a chance to visit a wedding in India, I would definitely recommend. It's celebrated over weeks.
Are they really breathtaking, like you see it in a movie, like big parties, thousands of people?
Yes, of
days.
course. Like it depends on like the size of the marriage. Like normally, like the smallest would be like 500 kind of normally. Yeah, it's I would not say like they are also smaller during COVID time, for example. So, but normally like the marriages are celebrated with all your community. Like for example, for my cousin's marriage, like they were like 2,000
people.
Yeah. So and then like. You prepare food for all the 2,000 people, but there are people who are doing this. Like you can like catering, you can order people like you buy stuff for them and then they make the food at home and you get this food served. Like you have like 20 varieties of food. And on the wedding day, I would say like the couple, they stay like 3-4 hours taking pictures with all the guests.
No way.
Yes. For them, it's like a punishment.
Yeah,
But
sure.
for all the others, it's like celebration. Yeah. So that's why, like, there are like different celebrations. Like the bride has separate celebrations. The groom has different celebrations. And then like we have like before marriage, like the engagement ceremony. Like we have a big ceremony for this. And then there are like gift exchange ceremonies. And then after like the wedding, the reception. If the wedding is done at bride's place, and the reception will be at bridegroom's place. It's also similar to marriage, like a big function going on. And like sometimes like you also have some dance parties and all. Like it depends on like different family and activities.
I think we can make even a podcast about this topic, like about Indian marriages.
Yes, of course. Like they have different celebrations. So this is something which.
So every day something different.
Yeah. Like normally when I go to India, like sometimes I'm invited to weddings. Where I don't know the people, but my family knows them. So I go there for food, like I have nice food and then come back. And it's always like this, yeah. But
So
we invite people.
I have a new life target. I need to be once at the Indian
Yes,
marriage
of course,
for
like you should do this for sure.
Oh, yeah, crazy. But there's actually another question which came to my mind. India is also a bit famed for arranged marriages. Are they still?
Yes, this is still happening.
Yeah.
So I mean, like, it's in the culture. So I would say like we still have this. It's normally like, I think it's now a bit changing more. I would say, like, but previously it used to be only like mostly arranged marriages, and then it's normally like the Parship or different apps we have here. We also have some websites for weddings, so you can fill your profile there.
Okay.
And like everyone fills their profile, and
Now
then
I'm
there's
curious.
yes, of course you can. It's one I know. Like I didn't use this, but I know my cousins use this. It's called Shadi.com. Shadi is like wedding.
Yeah.
Shadi.com, like where you can fill this, and then you can find a match, and then they call, and then like set an arrangement, like meet with families, meet outside like 2 or 3 times, and they decide to marry.
And the families decide if yes or no.
No, like, but it's the pair decides like if they
okay,
want
at
to
least,
get, but even the families should match. Yeah?
Okay.
Like if the families say like this family doesn't fit, then it cannot work. So families play a lot of role in the arranged marriages.
Very interesting.
You can also speak like hours on this topic.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I'm sure also our listeners are interested in that, and they learn many things about that.
You can make a new podcast on that.
Yeah, we make definitely a new episode with that. For sure. I'm looking forward to have an episode with you, probably on your YouTube channel.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, wow, cool. So we had already secret spots, we had already famed dishes, and we spoke about marriages, which are really interesting, to be honest. And there's another question in my mind. Is it very safe to travel in India? If a European goes there or any other nation?
It's normally very safe, yeah.
Yeah?
So for me, like I also went with some friends to India, like already twice. So, and then we had a nice trips there, like we traveled around, it was nice. So, and everyone speaks English, so this not a problem at all. Not everyone, but most of the people, like they speak English, so this should not be a problem. So that's why, like, I don't see any issue going there. Like, but maybe in the bigger cities, like if you're alone, you don't know the places, maybe you get lost. Yeah, it happens also to us from India, like going from one city to other
Huge
city.
cities, yeah. And we are not used to that.
Yes, of course. So that's why I'm saying like, but I can't say like it's 100% it's complete safe. But even in Europe, like you can't say like if I go to somewhere like I can't say it's 100% safe. Yeah,
for sure.
So, but normally no issues.
Okay, very good, perfect. So
I know a lot of friends who are traveling alone from Europe, so that's why.
Do you know, is there any visa restriction for European Unions? How long can we stay in India?
No, I think it's actually very easy for European people to travel to India. The other way around is difficult to get the visa easier. But the visa is like you can apply for 1 month visa, 3 months visa, or 6 months visa, different depending on your requirement. And then it's like online process, so it's done in few days.
Perfect. It's really easy. Yeah,
it's really easy.
Perfect. Yeah, amazing. Well, there are many famous Indian people, but one famous thing is Mahatma Gandhi.
Yes.
Just to lose a few words about him, how is he? Is he actually famous in India, or is it more American thing?
No, he's famous in India. He's like the father of nation, we say.
Yeah.
And then even if you see your currency, like he's on the currency.
Okay, he's still on the currency.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this can already show if he's important or not. Yeah. So, but there are other. Like,
But there are big disputes. I just read it in Google that.
yeah, because there are a lot of different people like who also fought for freedom, and so that's why this is also something like people complain that only Gandhiji was brought into light, but others were not.
Were
But
not.
this is something which can be.
fair.
But like he was one of the greats, like who did fight for the freedom, and
Yeah.
so
Against the British rules.
people like who also fought for our freedom. So that's why. So I know like Bhagat Singh is one of the greatest freedom fighters. So that's why there are a lot of freedom fighters.
All freedom fighters should appreciate.
Yes,
Yeah,
so
for sure.
yeah, when you speak about famous people, like because we have cricket. Cricket is something which is famous for India. Yeah, like if you speak like football, like in European countries,
Yeah.
cricket is for India, and we have like one of the best players in India in cricket. So we are also like now we have different formats, like and India, either India or Pakistan is top always. Yeah, so and if wherever you go in the streets, like we play cricket.
Okay, so you can also see it.
Yes,
when
yes.
you're
If you go to India, like kids play in the streets, like wherever you find a small place like this, like you see people playing cricket.
Okay, as you see here, people playing football, they do
Yes.
the cricket there.
Yeah, so that's why cricket is something which is also very famous for India.
So listeners, try it if you're there.
Yes.
You probably learn from the best all around the world, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
of course. Like Australia is very good, so New Zealand, England, but India is the best.
So mostly India is the world champ.
Yes. So last time it was UK, like England was there,
Yeah.
and then so this World Championship is coming this time.
To India.
So we're playing it also in India, so that's why I expect that we
okay,
would
so
win.
people will be crazy and
Yes.
when will it be? Because it would be awesome to be in the stadium.
Yes, it's in October, I think. Like it starts
This year in October.
Yeah, October,
So-
November.
If someone of our listeners go there,
Yes,
let
of
us
course.
know.
Yeah,
That would be
please.
awesome. Yeah. Anyway, I think we have more or less everything. Is there actually a connection between India and European Union?
I'm very bad at all the political topics, but normally like I don't know about the official connections, like, but I think like we also have like Make in India is one of the projects which we work with Germany, but you see a lot of collaborations coming up, like universities hires and people coming for PhDs here, and then like I came here for my master's and working here, and it's also like people going from here. Like we have, so one of the big like Airbus is also going to have like a lot of business with India in Bangalore. This is also something which, and Tesla is going to do business with India, and India is like one of the industrial
Yeah,
hubs.
yeah. Especially the hubs are a lot of them. There,
Yeah, so that's why. But coming into political activities, I'm not much into this. But maybe you find it in your next vlogs.
Yeah, true. But there is also a big exchange between people, as you say. Yeah. So as you made your master here, thanks to European Union, that was possible, and so on. Yeah. Thanks a lot. And in the end, I always ask my guests about some words in their own language. So, as I said already a few times, I try to repeat it.
As you say languages, there is also one point which I forgot to say. Like we have more than 22 official languages. With
22.
Yeah, more than 22 official
So I'm
languages.
curious which language I have to try.
And then we have more than 200 languages in India. And I speak 2 of them. And then Telugu is my mother tongue.
Okay.
So, and Hindi I also speak, like most spoken
That's
language
a
in
famous
India.
one, yeah.
So, and so that's why I'm going to teach you Telugu.
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 Telugu, okay.
Yeah, Telugu. Yeah. And then also, like if you're greeting people like who come visiting you in India, it's similar in most of the Asian countries. We don't ask like how are you doing or like something like this. We ask like the guests who came home like, did you eat?
Did you eat? Okay, it's the same as my last guest from Taiwan told me.
Okay, yeah, I guess like it's most of the Asian countries, it's something like that. You ask, food is mostly like greeting people here. So that's why I would like to issue this, like if you want to ask your guests, like, did you eat?
It's like, how are you?
Yeah, like, bhojanam is food. Chesara.
Bochanam Chesara.
Yeah, bhojanam chesara.
Bochanam Chesara.
It's like,
oh, that's actually easier than I expected.
Yes, yeah. Cool. Then you can say bhojanam chesara, and then like if they say no, then we prepare food and you get food. And even if you say yes, but we say like yeah, but we have lunch or dinner now. Come.
But do people say no, or do they always say yes?
Most of the people say no, like sometimes because of like they're shy.
Yeah.
And but like even if you say no or yes, like you should eat. So that's why you have no choice there.
If I'm there, I will eat such a lot because I love the food there. So
you should do this.
I will always say no.
Yeah, and you should even if you say no, you get more.
You will get some food.
But if you are really full, then you can say chalu.
Chalu.
Chalu
means
enough.
Enough. Okay.
Yeah.
And people accept that.
No, sometimes like maybe if you put your hand on your plate and then say chalu, chalu.
Okay.
Then maybe
hand and chalu, then it's okay.
Yeah, but one word I would not use in my state where Telugu speaking people are there. Chow.
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 Yeah.
Because chow in my mother tongue is like go die.
Okay.
So that's why I would say like when you're leaving, don't say chow.
Don't say chow. Okay, I remember that. I would not say that for sure not. Yeah. Well, thanks a lot. Is there anything what you want to add to the podcast, or did we have all important things for a short overview about India?
Yeah, I have given you some of the facts. Like, of course, like if I talk speaking, like we go on a lot of topics, but I would say like these are few things which I wanted to share with you today.
Thanks for that, and it was definitely a great summarize, and I think I'm actually sure people...
And thanks for inviting.
Yeah, and I'm sure people which will have been listening today, they will definitely go there and will love it. And if you're there, let us know how it was.
Yeah, I hope so. Enjoy.
Thanks, and check out his YouTube channel.